Hello, my name is Ryan Chandler, and welcome to the Far Out Within. I want to take you somewhere beautiful, somewhere absolutely peaceful and serene, free from technology, talking heads, conflicting ideologies, pressures from family, pressures at work, and the overall pressure we put on ourselves. There is no place for any of it where we're headed. It's such a strange phenomenon, the idea that so many of us are struggling to find peace. It almost feels like it's been hijacked and branded as a luxury item, only available to the lucky. There's this illusion that the tempo of our society is like a fast-moving river, and if you aren't constantly thrashing against it, you'll be swept away. I use the word illusion because that's exactly what it is. If that river is rushing and there are jagged rocks at the base of the falls, why then would you jump in? There is no river without the stable land around it, and to jump in is a choice. If it's water you seek, I suggest the lake within the forest. Sure, it's a bit harder to find, and you'll have to hike a bit, but it's where you truly belong. So many of you lay down at night and wrestle with the current of your own mind. We play back scenarios from our day, question our decisions, think about tomorrow, toss around ideas from whatever media we've been consuming, and lay there almost as if we're under attack. We sometimes view sleep as an approaching enemy. We feel it coming, so we fight against it with TV shows and social media. We convince ourselves that we're gaining something by doing this. We think we're claiming personal time, but in actuality, we're stealing from ourselves. We're setting ourselves up for failure. Any form of media, including this podcast, is information. The mind is designed to digest information just as the stomach is designed to digest the food we eat. If I eat 3 burritos, 2 cheeseburgers, a bowl of ice cream, and wash it down with a gallon of high fructose sugar water, chances are I'm going to feel awful. My body is a living thing, and it does not want that much food, especially when it's of such little nutritional value. My inner alarms will start to go off, and my focus will be aimed at the problem I've created. The mind behaves in exactly the same way. We autopilot work, cram the day's information into our brain, come home, gorge on media, ingest intense flashing lights and sounds, and then flip the lights off and wonder why our brains won't just shut up. You've just given your mind the huge task of deciphering information, deciding what to keep and what to discard. You've opened up new pathways with each tiny bit of information, and the mind is designed to explore each and every one. We've stopped questioning it because it's become normalized. The creators of these entertainment vessels and/or propaganda machines are thriving on your willingness to destroy yourself. The longer you're plugged in, the more money they pocket, and the deeper they get their hooks in. The further from yourself you become, the easier you are to control. Today, tomorrow, whenever you decide that you've had enough, I want you to try a new approach. I want you to get to know yourself again. I want you to start asking yourself, is this benefiting me in any way? Anytime you do anything, ask yourself if it's valuable or harmful. Don't cheat yourself either by saying things like, "Oh, I don't know, I just like it." That is a textbook cop-out. You can always get to the root of a thing if you ask the right questions. If you can identify these harmful elements in your life, you can then eradicate them. We've become hoarders in our own minds, and we have to clear that space. Once it's clear, the true you will be visible again, and I can almost guarantee you that peace will come. You'll no longer think of your sleep routine as a nightmare. You'll be excited to sit with your thoughts before you drift off. Let that raging river rage and enjoy the stillness of the lake. I created today's session to help get you closer to that place, to bring you to a frontier within yourself that is welcoming and peaceful. I want you to fully immerse yourself in the world I'm going to ask your mind to create. Smell the smells, feel the breeze on your skin, and let yourself go. I want you to imagine yourself the entire time in a first-person view as I guide you through. I want you to get into a comfortable position, laying down if possible. Relax your entire body and let everything go. Relax your face, your jaw, your hands, your legs, everything. I want you to take a slow, deep breath through your nose and exhale slowly. Press pause and repeat this exercise until you feel completely at ease. When you hear this noise, I want you to repeat this exercise 3 times. The session will pause to accommodate. Warm, fresh mountain air skims across the surface of your skin as it passes by. You reach out gently and let it pillow into the back of your hand. Like frenzied embers, a network of nerves comes to life, shooting from your fingertips and fully encompassing your entire body. Your muscles loosen and relax, and you feel your mind calming. You're suddenly aware of a faint glow coming from your skin. An orange and pink energy has begun to outline your body. It flows and warms from within, and it is absolute bliss. You stand there, luminescent, in an unknown pitch-black environment, in awe of your transformation. You windmill your arms in front of you and marvel at the trails you leave behind. A laugh escapes your lips as you twirl and dance, making shapes with light in the darkness. Your excitement gets the best of you, and one leg entangles the other, causing you to topple over. Your body hits the ground gently, and sparks flutter out from under you. A shockwave of your orange and pink glow escapes from all sides. The sound of strong wind follows it away from you, and for a moment, the intensity of light and energy blinds you. As your vision is slowly restored, you begin to recognize shapes in the spaces that once held darkness. Looking up at the night sky from your back, you're met with the largest, most impressive full moon you've ever experienced. At its core, it's regular muted gold, but at its edges, it has adopted your orange and pink glow. The surrounding sky is electric with color and life as a result. So many stars pock the night sky that the dark seems outnumbered for once. If you were to wish upon one of the many comets in flight, it would be for more nights like this. Your eyes make their way down as you pull yourself up from the ground. Redwoods, like the spears of titans, pierce through the sky, and mountain ridge silhouettes surround you on all sides. The valley in which you sit is a swaying blanket of blue and yellow wildflowers. Short grass and spongy moss have created a network that seems to connect to all things here. You come to your feet and feel it absorb your weight. The almost fluorescent moon has cast its vibrant light upon all things in sight, giving you the feeling of being close to a campfire. In the distance, where the wide open meets a thin tree line, you spot an opening with a constructed archway at its center. About 8 feet from the ground and 8 feet wide. You walk towards it, and upon further inspection, realize it has been carved from a single slab of tree. A deep, rich species of wood with highly ornate images perfectly carved in the sides. Chiseled exotic flowers and woodland creatures surround the base and reach up into a canopy of clouds. Etched within a scroll like a banner across the top, you see the word Halcyon. This gateway is ancient, and you can feel its presence like that of a living thing. Warm air and smells of spice and fruit invite you in from the other side. As you step through, you feel a tremendous weight lifted from you. You are as light as the summer breeze around you, and you can't remember a time when you felt so content. The surrounding forest is thin and home to a handful of adult redwood trees and thousands of sprawling ferns. The thick moss and smooth stone trail beneath you massages your bare feet as you saunter through. The path has been lined with smooth golden bowls on crudely crafted stone tables. Each bowl filled with small crackling fires and dried seasoned fruit. You inhale deeply and slowly through your nose, and you can almost taste the intoxicating scent. The path leads you through, and as you walk, you begin to see shadows in your peripheral. They weave in and out of the massive trunks, matching your pace. Suddenly, a voice rises above the silence in gentle melody. Other voices join in at varying pitch, and the lush harmony fills the forest. You not only hear their sweet song, but begin to feel it penetrate your core. Like the wavering hum of a neon light, you begin to feel energy again, seeping from within and surrounding you entirely. The orange-pinkish glow is slowly drifting into a greenish blue. Millions of fireflies respond by illuminating the entire forest at once. Like effervescent dust from a pulverized star, they float in unorganized orbits, spreading light over shadow. The dark figures drift into the distance, and their harmonious melody fades. You continue walking, and your path eventually leads you to an opening, revealing a modest, dilapidated wooden dock. At the end of the dock, a small rowboat made from a similar wood rests peacefully upon still water. The moon, still in full bloom, casts its light upon the small lake before you. Resting at the foot of the mountain, its waters are fully surrounded by large trees and rock formations. You can see small campfires peppered all along the edge and hear joyful voices engaged in conversation. You kneel down and dip your glowing hand into the water below. You close your eyes and strum its warm surface. It feels perfect. You walk to the end of the dock, and as you inspect the small boat, something catches your eye on the shore across from you. An archway, similar in size to the one at the edge of the forest, sits just past the water's edge where the tree line begins. Just beyond, moving slowly in the brush, you see a shape surrounded by the same greenish-blue glow as your own. You begin to hear the same harmonious melody the shadows had sung, coming from the same direction. You board the small boat and set your sights on the other side. You untie the boat from the dock post and push off into deeper water. In your haste, you forget to check for an oar. You rummage around the floor of the boat and find nothing. Just as you're about to begin your swim back to the dock, you notice something large gliding towards you. At first, it's merely a shadow, but as it comes nearer, you begin to make out the shape of a large bird. An enormous white bird, in fact, the largest airborne creature you've ever laid eyes on. It slows its miraculous descent, rippling the water below, and lands gracefully at the bow of the small boat. Gripping the wooden edges with its giant golden talons, it turns and locks its eyes on yours. Black pupil and mustard iris peer deeply into you. Its feathers shone silvery white in the rays of the moon. Its neck plumage thick and full like that of a lion's mane. Its orange beak sharp and blunt. Its headdress smooth and coming to a point at the back of its narrow skull. For some reason, you feel no fear or panic. Quite the opposite. Its presence is reassuring and comforting, like an old friend who shows up just when you need them. It breaks its stare and turns to face the water ahead. Gripping its feet and talons to the boat's rim, it begins to flap its giant wings slowly. You hear the wood of the boat slicing through the water as you glide towards the shore. The bird tugs your manned vessel effortlessly across the lake. Summer air drifting off the tips of the feathers of its wings, wafting back to you in a relaxed tempo. You lay back and stare up at the night sky and marvel at its majesty. On either peripheral, the tips of wings come in and out of view, momentarily framing the millions of shimmering stars above. Such peace and tranquility weighs heavy on your eyelids. As you begin to drift off, a sudden thunk from under the front of the boat refocuses your consciousness. You sit up and realize that the tremendous white bird is no longer with you. Your boat has been beached on the shore of your intended destination. You step out onto damp grass and make your way towards the arched gateway, all the while staring quizzically at the glowing figure just beyond the brush. Standing now before the arch, you realize that it's almost identical to the one across the lake. Same size and same wood, but the carvings are different. On the lower left and right, there are human figures reaching up towards a crescent moon, surrounded by pillowy clouds. Across the top, an engraved scrolling banner, but unlike the other, this one has nothing written within. The greenish-blue glowing figure begins to rustle slowly as it breaks through the foliage and into the clearing. A bear, about the size of a small car, appears before you on the other side of the archway. Beneath the aura of green and blue, its fur is a light chocolate color that is long and dense. Closer to its massive paws, the fur becomes almost blonde. The same goes for its stubby snout and ears. Its shape and facial structure remind you of that of a panda, almost too adorable to be frightening. It makes its way over to the arch, chuffing and groaning every so often. It lets out one last deep groan and rests its hindquarters on the grass before the arch. Now, sitting upright, it looks down at you and cracks a sleepy smile. In this position, you can make out a large blonde spiral shape on its chest. While staring at it, it begins to lighten and glow, and it almost seems to be spinning. In that same moment, you hear a shimmering sound above you, and the word Amity burns orange within the wooden banner of the archway. The bear chuffs playfully at you and rolls over to its usual four-legged position. It crouches, facing away from you, looking back to you for a response. Without fear, you accept this invitation and step through the gateway towards the creature. You feel the same sensation of lifting weight as you did before as you pass through. Only this time, you're much lighter and extremely drowsy. Any lighter and you fear that gravity might not be enough to ground you here. You reach out a lazy arm and run your fingers through the bear's thick brown fur along its back. You scratch around the base of its huge stout ears, and it leans into you, almost purring through a series of deep, guttural sounds. It bends its compact legs even lower, and you climb onto its wide, muscular back. You grip handfuls of its fur as it lifts up and begins walking through the clearing. You bury your nose into its fur and inhale deeply. It smells like fresh cinnamon and honey. Moonlight barely makes its way through the vast canopy above. You can barely make out the dirt path before you. In the distance, from up high, you hear the enchanting melodic voices in harmony yet again. You look up to try and locate their origin and realize you're approaching the foot of the mountain. The tree leaves above grow thin and eventually dissipate as you arrive at the base. Your companion rises up on its hind legs and you squeeze tightly to stay on. It begins climbing the moonlit rock face slowly and confidently. Your weightless body is easy for you to keep attached. You sway with the bear's muscular movement as you both ascend the mountain. You look over your shoulder and realize that you have surpassed the treetops and even the redwoods are below you now. The scratching sound of bear claws and falling debris comes to a stop. You feel the bear's body level out as it climbs to a flat surface and then stops. You roll off the side and land on your feet, facing out over the lake and valley below. You and the bear are on an extended perch covered in short green grass with little pockets of lavender. The area is flat and just large enough to move about comfortably. Your eyelids are like boulders now, and you struggle to stay awake. The sluggish bear lays down beside you, stretches, and finally settles. You follow suit and sit down next to it, using its plump, pillowy side as a backrest. Between long blinks, you stare out in amazement at the beauty below and above you. The night sky like a dying campfire, filled with marshmallow clouds. The sparkling lake so calm and cool. Those joyful people along its shores to remind you that you're not alone. The quilted valley below like a gateway of adventure and possibility. Such a comforting feeling to know that such a place exists. Such tangible magic is right there waiting for you. You blink another long, heavy blink and breathe slow and heavy through your nose. A slight breeze whispers and fills the air with intoxicants. The cinnamon and honey smell of the bear combine with the fragrance of lavender, and you bask in its bliss. You nestle your cheek into the bear and listen to its giant lungs filling and deflating. You close your heavy eyes completely now, absorbing the sound of a distant cricket, a gentle breeze, the trickle of a small stream, and the deep breathing of a sleeping bear. That concludes today's session. Take a deep breath. And bring yourself back to the surface. Your homework for the week is to be more mindful of what you mentally consume. Seek quality over quantity and question everything. If you decide that something isn't benefiting you, remove it from your life.